Hello, everyone, and how is everyone doing today? Hello, Sharise Johnson Moore here. Hello, everyone. Hi, how is everyone doing this evening? Hello, it is another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Okay, so we want to go over this day 21 thing, YouTube series. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I am a publisher consultant and visibility coach. And I want to say it is my pleasure to be before you again today for day 21. Day 21 of the 30 days of visibility. 30 Days of Visibility YouTube series. And I want to say, it is such a pleasure to be before you to bring you this information, education, inspiring, motivational conversation. Okay. And as we wrap up this week, today is a weekend recap. And the recap will focus on how media can elevate you, both your ministry, your business, you as an author, your brand, and media isn't about self promotion. Media is not about self promotion. It's about stewardship, reach, and impact when used with purpose. Okay, we want media can elevate both your ministry, if you're an author, faith-based leader, uh, entrepreneur, and it can elevate your brand. Media isn't about self-promotion. It's about stewardship, reach, and impact when used with purpose. And today we're going to get into these five, for you for today. And one, media expands the reach of your message. Media expands the reach of your message. Okay. When you use media properly, media allows your message to go beyond physical walls. One piece of content can reach people across cities and countries. Visibility increases access to the people assigned to you. And ministry goes out and grows when the message is multiplied. It is multiplied by thousands and thousands of people, when you use media properly. Number two, visibility builds credibility and trust. Okay? Visibility builds credibility and trust. Consistent media presence positions you as a trusted voice. Familiarity creates connection. Authority grows when people see you show up regularly. Okay? Authority grows when people see you show up regularly, right? And trust opens doors to greater opportunities. Trust opens doors to a greater opportunities. Number three, media creates opportunities for collaboration and growth. Media creates opportunities for collaboration and growth. When media is used properly, exposure leads to partnerships, interviews, and invitations. Okay? Media exposure leads to partnerships, interviews, and invitations. Platforms connect you to communities you wouldn't reach alone. Platforms connect you to communities you wouldn't reach alone. Okay? And growth happens when visibility and alignment meet. Growth happens when visibility and alignment meet. Media opens doors you didn't knock on. Okay? Media opens doors you didn't knock on. Number 4, your brand clarifies your assignment. Your brand clarifies your assignment. Media helps define what you're known for. Media helps define what you're known for. Clarity strengthens your brand and the message. Clarity strengthens your brand and message. When people understand your assignment, they connect faster. When people understand your assignment, they connect faster. Brand clarity leads to focused impact. Okay, brand clarity leads to focused impact. Number 5, purposeful media requires strategy and stewardship. Purposeful media requires strategy and stewardship. Media should be intentional, not random, not all on the beach, all willy-nilly and all, it shouldn't, it needs to have a focus. Okay. Strategy ensures sustainability. Strategy ensures sustainability. Stewardship honors the message God entrusted to you. Stewardship honors the message God entrusted to you. Visibility works best when guided by purpose. Visibility works best when guided by purpose. So let's review these. Let's review them. Number 1 is media expands the reach of your message. Visibility builds credibility and trust. Media creates opportunities for collaboration and growth. And your brand clarifies your assignment. And purposeful media requires strategy and stewardship. Okay? So as you reflect this weekend, ask yourself these questions. How am I currently using media to steward the message I've been given? How am I currently using media to steward the message I've been given? Now, if you are ready, all right, if you are ready for, to create a visibility strategy, that elevates you, both your ministry and your brand. If you are author, if you are a painter, if you are a, creative, please, I invite you to book your one-on-one visibility coaching session with me. I invite you to book your one-on-one visibility strategy session with me. The link is in the description with this video. And if this series has been a motivational to you, has inspired you, has given you a new outlook, a new way of thinking, you can support this platform. You can support the platform with a donation of your choosing through Cash App, PayPal, or Stripe. You can donate through PayPal, Cash App, or Stripe. Okay? And we greatly appreciate all donations. If this series is blessing you, I want to say it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor to really be here with you today. And I want to say this. If you don't tell people who you are, they're not going to know. If you do not let people know who you are, they are not going to know. Before I start doing this media thing, I want to give you this one before I close out. Before I started doing this media thing, doing interviews, creating the programs, the virtual broadcasting shows I've done in the past, and things of that nature. Things were done like they were done just spontaneously, right? Things were done spontaneously in my business, and I would just do them. But over the years, I have learned that it is much better to be strategic with your exposure, with using media. You make up your mind what app you're going to use, how you're going to deliver your message. How are you going to, put in the effort of putting your business and yourself on display so people will know who you are. Because the one thing I have learned is if you don't open a closed mouth will not get fed. And then we be wondering, oh, why I'm not making any money from my products or services? Why is this not happening for me? Why? Because you have to be strategic with the exposure that you have for your business. And you also have to be mindful of, what you put out there. Hey, I also have seen that a lot of entrepreneurs, they'll put more personal stuff out than their business. Okay? There's nothing wrong with sharing your personal life, but I would suggest that you separate the two. I have learned that works better because people have known you, you got friends and family, right? And then you have potential customers that you want to develop a relationship with. So separate the two, because sometimes we're so busy showing people that we own social media that we'll post anything, right? And it's best to separate your personal from your business. Ain't nothing wrong with mixing it a little bit, letting them in a little bit. But, as they say, sometimes keep some things to yourself, okay? And use media intentionally to bring exposure to what you do with the business that you want to set before someone, okay? I want to say I thank you so much, and I greatly appreciate everyone being here today in this place, in the place to be. And if you need a one-on-one visibility strategy session with me, please come and sit down and let's compose one today. Okay? I greatly appreciate everyone coming in, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 22. All right? I love you all. Everyone have a blessed day.